All right.
All right.
Hey, everybody. I think we are going live.
Hey, everybody.
Yep, audio works. Cool. All right, everyone, welcome to our live stream. First time doing a live stream AMA on YouTube, so we'll test this out. I want to do it a little bit different. Usually we do over on Twitter, but we won't be actually taking the live talking questions today because we have still way too much alpha coming up that we don't want to discuss on our upcoming Deez Nuts 2.0 utility drop in February. But we have a couple special guests here. Of course, we always have Cookie with us. Welcome to the show, Cookie.
Hey.
Couldn't do it without you, my man. Appreciate you putting this together.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a quiet week. Papa's been quiet on working on all the utility.
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's been definitely quiet, but hectic and chaos in the. I shouldn't say chaos. It's been really good in the Discord. I know. Been a lot of sniping going on in there. A lot of shot callers for Planko, and a little bit of alpha here and there.
Yeah. A little bit of alpha. And yeah, I mean, our floor price has just been flying up. And a lot of rarity sniping once we kind of teased about rolls and stuff, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. But to kick us off, we have actually another set of guests today. I'd like to have everyone welcome Sheldon Evans. You may have seen him. He runs a quaint little YouTube with something like over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, 200 some odd thousand on Twitter. Sheldon, welcome to the show, and your partner too. Hopefully, I don't get this name wrong. Pedram? Did I say that right?
That's correct. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. So we didn't give our community much of a heads up that you guys would be joining us, so they probably don't even know what's going on. And I think now's like a great time to talk about what you guys are up to. And you guys are actually working on your own NFT.
Sure.
Tell us about it.
Of course, yeah. So, well, hey guys. Firstly, if you don't know who I am, I do have a YouTube channel, as Papa did mention. So we're launching our own NFT project. We've been working on it really hard over the past couple months. Essentially, it's called Your Mom's House to get things off the bat. You might be wondering why it's called that. Well, where's the coolest place to hang out when you're growing up? It's at like one of your friends' houses. Turns out it's your friend's mom's house, so it's your mom's house, and we'll have a good time there. So we played a bit on the memeability of that. But essentially, Your Mom's House is like a metaverse brand. So we want to position ourselves as a major brand in the metaverse, and then every collection that gets launched from or underneath Your Mom's House will be providing utility back to the first access pass holder. So our first NFT collection is called Nostalgia, and the reason being is that, of course, when you were growing up, we all like drawing back on our childhoods and our sort of like growing up around playing video games, hanging out at our friends' houses, and those sort of things. Like we've got teddy bears and stuff. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on in the house. And the first NFT set is going to be an access pass. So the utility is coming from the access to a private community, as well as additional sets in the future. So we're working on 3 different stages for now for our first roadmap. So the first is community, which is the access pass. The second is a collectible, which will be the second NFT set, which is a 2D profile picture set. And we've got a pretty cool artist working on that as well. We've got some stuff lined up very soon for our community. And then stage 3 is going to be Metaverse. So these 2D profile pictures and so on will be animated in a 3D sort of rigged out set that you're able to navigate around what currently we have as the Metaverse, which is sort of like Sandbox, Decentraland, these sort of things where we're able to use the 3D characters that we have right now in these worlds. But I think the main thing that we should focus on is that we're focusing on a collaboration between the physical and the digital world. So we see a lot of people focusing either fully on physical products in the real world or on digital products in NFTs, right? Now, my co-founder and I, Pedram, we met many years ago in the physical product businesses. So we both had physical products that we were selling online. We had huge businesses that we sold off. Pedram still does work in the physical product space. So we thought, how better to combine these two worlds, so the physical and the digital, and what we're calling the sort of phygital world. If we look at NFTs, when people are buying the NFTs, they want them printed out huge to put on their walls. They want them displayed digitally on their desks. Like, we still value the physical products in our real world, right? So we want to have a combination between these things. And we've got, being in the position that I'm fortunate enough to have connections in all of these industries that I can leverage to make this valuable for the community and provide this utility for these NFTs. So we're trying to combine all of these worlds together and bring Your Mom's House as this brand in the metaverse that is also in the physical world.
Fidgetable? Is that the word? I like this.
So yeah, like digital, physical, fidgetal. You know, like you mix them together. Yeah.
Is this trademarked, or is this like a thing? Did I not know this?
No, it's sort of what we're like working title, I would assume.
Well, man, you had me at fidgetal and Your Mom's House. I mean, we can relate a little bit to a good meme name here at Deez Nuts for sure. Yeah, so here's why. I'm excited for this project for a lot of reasons. I mean, obviously, the easiest is like the parallel between what you're doing and like what JR&Y did. Obviously, you guys are like deviating with your own cool plan and own cool roadmap, but I think it's really easy to like understand. Like, you guys are pretty much the same size on YouTube, and I watched his project skyrocket. So it's kind of like seeing someone like you launch a product is kind of like entering a time machine. It's like, okay, well, I didn't buy enough passes then. I can get a second chance. So I think that's really, really exciting and a smart move of what you guys are doing with launching the Mint Pass to start out there. So I think that's like super, super exciting for a lot of people listening.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are definitely some parallels and some lines you can draw between the two. For example, being a Mint Pass, and we see a lot of communities doing this, like offering the Mint Pass, because it's essentially down the line utility for the early holders. So we want to reward early holders and early sort of community members the most, because we really do believe that the core community are the ones that are there from the start, and you need to bring the utility to those core members as much as you possibly can. So, in addition to this utility, right, we, of course, all additional sets, including the first two, the royalties get paid into a DAO that your community token serves as a voting right token as well to access that DAO. So basically, the community is allowed to vote on proposals that get put forward to move these funds around, to invest in different things, to buy land in the metaverse, whatever it might be. It's not going to be just from the first two sets, these first two free sets, but future sets down the line from Your Mom's House under the Your Mom's House brand. Those royalties from secondary sales and so on will also get paid into that DAO that brings utility back to the first access pass or the nostalgia drop.
Oh shoot, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we like it's long-term vision, right? Like we the long-term vision is we want the early holders to be rewarded down the line for as long as they're a part of this project, and then on top of that, whatever we release down the line as well, they need to be completely unique and still have their own unique utility for each future set. But the first, like the core community, is where we want the strength to be.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think that's why we had like good synergy when you and I talked, was like, because that's what we're constantly doing with our community too, is like, it's important you honor those people, and it's not just like a quick flip rug pull project. It's like you're trying to build a real community, offer long-term value add back to your members. And I think like we both like had that same vision. So when we were kind of talking in the beginning, it was like a natural fit for our communities kind of to partner up.
Yeah, exactly. Like we both understand communities. I think all of us have backgrounds in communities, and bringing utility back to the community is the most important thing.
Oh, 100%. That wins every time. In the long run, that wins every time. Now, are you just kind of like an advisor on this project, or are you going to actively work on the project? Is it you're going to use your personal YouTube brand to promote the project, or like, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So the project is mostly my brainchild. It is my project. So Your Mom's House is like from the ground up from me. I am the founder. I do have a very strong team working with me as well. And like I've said, we've known each other for years, so it's not just like people that I've hired off the street that I don't know. We've actively been working together in other industries for many years. So we work together really well. Yeah, so it's essentially my project, and like I said, like I'm able to leverage the connections and the stuff that I've made over the years in the different industries to bring the most utility to this project. So it's 100% my brainchild, although it's definitely not all my work. I have a lot of strong minds behind this helping me along the way.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, that's exciting because I mean, you've built like a massive crypto brand on YouTube, on social media. So I guess it was just like an unfair advantage being able to leverage that community. But seeing you the way you're doing it, I think is really like wholesome and awesome. Like the value add you're looking to build back for your community is amazing. So, I mean, when we reached out to you, it was like a really exciting project for us to partner up with. And I guess we could talk a little bit about that. Like, we don't want to share too much alpha. I think that's coming later in the week, but there will be like some partnerships between Doge Pound, between Deez Nuts, and your mom's house.
Yeah, we've got some exciting stuff lined up. We definitely don't want to leak too much just yet, but I'm quite excited about it.
Yeah, awesome, and maybe potential secret whitelist spots, maybe for some Deez Nuts holders, potentially.
Maybe there are some things lined up there. That
Okay, yeah. Maybe some joint giveaways or something. Possibly. Maybe.
These things sound like they might be on a platter, ready to be served.
And yeah, well, I mean, we're really excited to help support you and your community growth, and kind of use our community as a launch pad to some help promote your community. And we're obviously really excited to. I mean, you're a nut holder yourself too, so we're really excited, to have you on part of the team and have you join our community, and maybe we can do some cool collabs in the future. Maybe metaverse stuff, maybe some other things. We're really excited for that.
For sure, yeah, 100%. Like we've also got some pretty good connections in the gaming industry too. So metaverse gaming is definitely going to be a major part of this. We've been in talks with them for many months, but as you guys know, this stuff takes way longer than even the art side of things. I mean, Pedram and I also have like an art background. I've got an art degree, so we come from an artistic background. So the art has been the number one focus, but bringing sort of that art to life is an entirely different story. So there's a lot of work that goes into that.
Amazing. Well, look, I don't want to eat up too much of your time. I know it's like past midnight there, but love having you on the show. Love the idea of our partnership, and let's work together this week on ironing out the details, and we'll blast out some stuff to our community about some of our partnerships we're working on with you guys. I think judging by you,
I appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. We appreciate you guys, and also Pedram, it was nice talking to you earlier today as well. You guys got a lot of smart stuff going on there, and appreciate all your guys' hard work. So let's make something really cool happen for our communities later this week.
100%.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Yep. And for everyone listening, we're going to be blasting out all the social links and everything for your mom's house later. We'll be doing an announcement in our Discord and talking a little bit more details and specifics about the partnerships we're going to be doing with Sheldon and his team and your mom's house. So we are really excited to let you guys know. We're excited to have Sheldon join our family, our nut family, and being one of our holders as well. And kind of on that note, I guess is a good time to talk about basically our influencers, right, Cookie? We've been working. Cookie been stressing out with how much we got.
Yeah, for sure. We've been busy. That's for sure.
Yeah, guys. So just to give you a little alpha, we don't want to tell you guys like too much, but obviously, as you just heard, Sheldon, massive influencer in the space. He's joined the Nut family. We're looking at partnerships, which we'll be announcing here this week, to help promote his brand as well as our own brand. So that's going to be huge for us. Also, JRNY is confirmed on board. I think I've shared a couple screenshots with you guys of him talking with us. So he's on board to help promote. He's going to add some nuts to the community wallet. We're going to be doing a joint giveaway with JRNY to promote these nuts. We were anticipating around 20,000 Twitter follower growth just from his blast. So he's going to be help shilling our new Deez Nuts utility drop here in February. Rob over at Digital Asset News. He's another massive influencer, 300,000 crypto followers on YouTube. I don't know how many Twitter followers he has. He has a lot, but
yeah, quite a bit.
Cookie actually helped us secure that one. He was a big fan of Cookie and Deez Nuts. And so Rob's going to be joining us on board, partnering with Deez Nuts to help push Deez Nuts. Later this month, John Lemon's going to be joining us on an AMA live stream, and he's going to be pushing the Doge community to help backing Deez Nuts utility drop. I mean, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we've really been very, very, very aggressive. So, like, you guys haven't seen... I think it's fair to say, Cookie, like, they haven't seen anything compared to what we're about to drop.
Nothing yet. Nothing.
Even our launch marketing won't touch what we're about to drop with the marketing we got lined up.
Yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie. I see a lot of sneak peeks all day long, 24 hours a day, 2-3 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh boy, if Plinko had any of this information, it wouldn't be good. Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot coming out. It's there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Right now, I think just basically 4 people on the team that's like all they're doing basically. Like Jazz and her sister and you and Lexi and myself. Like it's just like nonstop phone calls with influencers, picking up new communities, and like it's our primary focus at the moment is getting more eyes on the project for February.
100%.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and hopefully everyone else is too. But you know, one of the reasons we hadn't done this before is, you know, I'm really well connected in the space. I did the development work on so many projects. You know, we helped do some of the art for Neo Tokyo. We helped do the JRNY drop. I did the smart contract for that. Players Only and Wolf of Wall Street, and you know, we're super well connected. And it was like people are like, well, why not push influencers too soon? You're going to get a huge spike of traffic. You're going to get a floor to increase. These are all good things, but if you don't have new hype coming, new utilities dropping, that floor will go right back down. And so, as you guys, you know, our holders of seeing, our floor is like rock solid. Like it's only slowly going up, period. Like, you know, sure, there's days where it's down just a little bit or days it's up a little bit, but it's just like, it's rock solid growth. And what we don't want is this thing where it goes to 1 ETH, people buy in, and it drops back down to a half ETH. And people are upside down on the project. That's not healthy. That's not good for the project. So the goal is to get something, a massive hype, a massive utility drop, and mix that at the right time with massive influencer push. And that's where we're at. In February, we're going to be dropping some massive new utility, which I would say it's by far the biggest utility, like not even close to anything we've done so far. When you say, Cookie, like this is like game-changing utility.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Man, there's what we got? Today's the 12th. I mean, you got some more sweating to do out there, but it's going to be huge. I mean, you can already see it with the little bit of alpha that's been dropped, that the expectation's going to be huge, and when it's dropped, it's gonna stand up to that expectation. I mean, I don't even want to spill the beans. Everybody's like, spill the beans. Sorry, I'm a little loud, but yeah, it's gonna be huge. Let me step back from the mic a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's gonna be huge, and I think our mixture is coming together right. Like, I don't want to put an exact date on it. I told people like first week of February. I still think that's probably true. Probably starting to be a little closer to the end of the first week of February, because there's a million moving parts to this. This is a complete game changer for Deez Nuts. And this is something that isn't even on our roadmap. This wasn't something that we promised was coming. This isn't something people will expect is coming. This is complete game changing for us. So we're just trying to. We don't want to put an exact date on it, but it's looking like the first week of February that we're going to be dropping all this. And over the next few days, the next few weeks, we're going to continue to drop more and more alpha. This weekend, we're going to be dropping news about Your Mom's House and the partnerships we have there. We're going to be having multiple influencers pushing. We're going to be dropping more and more alpha on our Twitter. We're already starting to leak out the roles. Probably a good time to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think we've really talked about the roles much. We just kind of started leaking.
Yeah, it was just a couple leaks, yeah.
Thanks, Jazz. She fixed the links under our YouTube video. For those that said the links weren't working, thank you for doing that, Jazz. Yeah, so I don't know if everyone has seen our Twitter or not, but we started posting job roles on our Twitter. So, not job roles, but like roles in the casino. And I think the first one was the pH monitor. The second role was the bingo pen collector. And we're going to be dropping like one of those a day for the next few weeks. Because we have 13 new roles coming to Deez Nuts. And when we say roles, these are actually going to be a new trait added to every single nut. So it's going to show up on OpenSea. This will affect rarity a little bit, but not too much. And these roles are determined by your overall nut's rarity. So the more rare your nut, the higher the roll you'll get. And this is all in preparation for what's to come, for what we're dropping in February. These roles are going to play a determining factor in some of these things to come. I don't want to say too much because we're going to release more and more information starting next week on exactly what that means. But keep an eye on Twitter, see what roles there are. You guys will be able to, at the end of next week, we're going to post a chart on what each role means exactly. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think, when we started leaking this alpha a little bit, you saw all those rare nuts being sniped up. I think even you sniped a few.
Yeah, I sniped a couple. I think I've been watching it a little bit, and I think a little bit of everybody's been starting to snipe now. I've been watching some of those rare nuts that were ranking pretty good, almost double now. So everybody needs to also keep in mind it's not all about the rare nuts either. It's gonna be spread out through everybody through any class. So don't think that everybody's got to go out and get a rare nut. I mean, it's that portion's coming soon. So everybody's gonna definitely benefit from where the rolls stand and so forth, and what's coming behind it. There's more to it than that's being let out right now. So, and that'll be coming soon. So,
for sure. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, no nuts are going to get left out in the cold. So even if you're a pH monitor nut, you got a bunch of like floor nuts. That's not a bad thing. It just means you'll have more nuts than if you bought rares. That will have different value adds. So it's going to be like a little bit of a balancing game once we release more information on like sniping those rares, if they're worth it, if they're not. Floor nuts matter. All the nuts on the floor matter. So yeah, I think sniping rares is a good idea if you get them for a good price, but it doesn't mean paying 2 ETH, 3 ETH for the most rare nut when you can pick up a bunch of floor nuts. Doesn't mean that is necessarily better. So it's just finding that good balance. As we continue to roll out more and more information on that. And it'll become more clear what these roles do and what they mean, and what that means for the holders of those over the next week, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think if you're... sorry, I was reading the text channel. I think... if you're shopping for nuts, like they say, don't wait for that gas to come down, or you're gonna miss out. So I would say just a little bit without leaking too much. But if you're just waiting to get some more nuts, I wouldn't wait too long, because then your chance to get them for a decent floor price is going to be gone pretty soon.
Yeah, I can't. I always tell people, like, don't listen to me. I'm biased.
Yeah.
Like, flat out. I make money when nuts sell. Like, so don't listen to me. But this is not financial advice. But also, if you are interested in joining the community, you've seen the floor go up. I don't think waiting for the floor to go down is going to be the right move, because I don't think our floor is going to go down anymore. So later this month, I'm trying to give all of our loyal holders time to get what they want before I whale in a bit. So we're looking at getting a lot of nuts out of my own selfish heart, because I believe in the nuts. I hold a lot of nuts and I want to hold more. Also, as we start doing these partnerships with Sheldon Evans, with JRNY, with Digital Asset News, these people move floors. You know what I mean? Like, when they tweet out and we get 20,000 new followers, floors move. So we're trying to give everyone that's kind of what this call is about too. Today is okay, this is kind of our last hurrah as a community to really stock up for good pricing. Because once this utility drops, once we let the cat out of the bag with these influencers, I think we're only going to see things go up. We have two big walls right now. We have a big wall at 0.25, and my buy-in will get us to 0.25 or a little higher, and then we have another big one at 0.69. So we'll see how far we go when we drop this utility, but I'm expecting things to hit a 0.69. Again, I could be wrong. It could go up to 1.5 or something crazy, but I'm expecting us to hit that wall at 0.69, because there's not much between 0.25 and 0.69. The floor is surprisingly thin. So I think that's why everyone on the team has been buying nuts and stuff that you guys have been seeing. Is we all know what's coming. We're all trying to give people clues, without giving financial advice. But it's we have a big utility drop, so of course that's gonna raise a lot more buys.
Yeah, and it's organically been climbing. So people are starting to catch on too. So
yeah, 100%.
And we haven't even dropped anything. A little bit here and there. Nothing major to even push what we've had in the past week. So
right. Go from after Christmas, a 0.13 or something, to a 0.18, and we have I've been relatively quiet. We haven't dropped much information. We're not doing much marketing at the moment. We've just been grinding, and it's still climbing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll be dropping a video on the Papa Nut Sweep, letting people give people a heads up. I want to make sure our community's taken care of. Later this week, we're going to be dropping the alpha on our partnership with Sheldon at your mom's house. Keep tuning into Twitter for the job rolls, the rolls, and then the new trait drop coming to Deez Nuts. All nuts are going to get this trait drop starting this month, so keep your eye on that. Rebrand. Did we talk a little bit about the Deez Nuts rebrand?
No, so I think you leaked it. You used the term rebrand yesterday, and it raised an eyebrow of the community. So now would be the time to bring it up. Nobody really knows about it. I know you used the term rebrand, and it caught the attention of a lot of people in the community.
Yes, a whole rebrand is coming. So. Yeah, so you guys can see our new temp site is up already at deeznutsnft.io. Right now, all the nuts are on the way to their moon. They're in their sleep chambers right now. So when they come out of their sleep chambers, that's when we'll be dropping all the announcements, all the utility, all these kinds of things. But we're actually launching a whole new website. So that's part of the rebrand. We're going to have all new graphics there, completely updated, super, super nice. But we're moving away from just being Deez Nuts. So our Twitter, our Discord, and our website is moving away from being Deez Nuts to being just Deez. And so Deez is actually going to have Deez Nuts as one of their NFT collections, but we're going to have some other things under Deez as well that people will be getting access to. And so I can't really talk about the rebrand without sharing more alpha. So I guess now time to share more alpha. So, we've been talking a lot about building a casino. We've been talking about building the metaverse with the Nemesis. And those things are definitely all 100% moving forward. We do have our lounge launching, I believe, in early February with the Nemesis. So people will be able to take their 3D nuts. We're still dropping the 3D nuts. You'll still be able to take your 3D nuts. We're going to be able to go to the Metaverse with the Nemesis. Those things are all still happening. But as we move forward with the casino, we've actually discovered some pretty big insights. Originally, we all talked about, okay, Deez Nuts are going to have a Deez Nuts casino. We'll put it in the Nemesis, and isn't that cool? Well, it's gotten a lot bigger than that, because on that journey, we were trying to get our gambling license, and one strategy to getting a gaming license is operating under someone else's gaming license. And so we started reaching out to casinos and being like, oh, well, maybe we can operate under your casino license, and we'll just take a rake. You guys can have a percentage share of that. We'll manage the marketing. We'll manage, the metaverse, the casino. We'll build all that out. We'll operate under your casino license, and maybe that would be really cool. Well, as we started down this path, number one, it was hard to get casinos to take us seriously when we tell them our name is Deez Nuts. So, putting that on the letterhead of signed Michael, of Deez Nuts was a little bit more difficult for them to take us serious. So we kind of the rebrand of Deez. And so, we'll have Deez Nuts. We're going to have Deez Casino. We're going to have, Deez Plots. We're going to have all these things under the Deez brand. And boom, all of a sudden, casinos were okay, well, we can get that. You know what I mean? So that was spurred the idea and the genesis of needing to rebrand to Deez. So we're going to be getting rid of the Nut House. We're going to be calling it Deez. Jazz and Cookie and all the team there will be rolling more and more of these things out. That was a funny comment. So are these nuts not serious? Some of these comments are funny. So anyway, okay, so this comes to another huge part of alpha, guys. So as we rebranded to Deez, I reached out to casinos and got a phenomenal response we did not think we would get. And this is changing the complete direction, our long-term goals. We no longer want to just build a Deez Nuts casino. We may or may not build our own casino. We probably will, but what we can do is we found a huge need in the market that can make us so much bigger. And so I actually reached out to Sahara Casino and Hotel, as well as Planet Hollywood, and got a phenomenal response from both of them, who are actually interested. These are mega billion-dollar companies who have gaming licenses, and they see how big NFTs are getting. They see the buzzword metaverse going, and they want in. They want to have their own casino. They want to have the Sahara Casino in the metaverse. They just don't know how to. And so I already talked to these people, and they're interested in potentially us building out their casino for them. So this is what could be really, really cool. So imagine before our plan was, okay, we're going to build the Deez Nuts casino, and we're going to have to market this and bring people in. Now imagine we launch our own metaverse where we are building the Sahara Casino. We're building Planet Hollywood Casino. Just today, I have yet another club that wants to pay us money to be in our metaverse. So imagine now we have people coming to us and paying us, and we build out their casino. We design it all. We host it in our metaverse. They operate under their gaming license, and we get a rake of that. And they use their huge marketing budgets and huge brand to push these casinos and drive traffic to our metaverse. So like I don't know how to explain like how big of a move this is and how big of a shift this is. This is like a massive shift for Deez nuts. We didn't originally set out thinking this would be a thing. Like I didn't think I could actually get in front of Sahara, and turns out it's actually quite easy for me with my position in the community. So I mean, right? You don't think you can reach $1 billion gambling company and get them to take you seriously.
I mean, I was shocked when I heard it. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. So, I'm still shocked, and I've known for a little bit now. So,
right? Yeah. So, guys, we're still rolling out things with the Nemesis because we want to add value to our members, sooner than later. We promised it. We already paid for it. We already have the plot. So we're still moving forward with Nemesis and building out our own thing. But we are rebranding to Deez. And we are going to be launching our own metaverse that is specifically targeting things like casinos, arcades, clubs, and another huge one, which we'll talk about in future AMAs. But another huge opportunity is Deez events, Deez concerts. So right now, you're seeing it all over. There's a lot of artists who are starting to do Metaverse concerts, and they bring in huge volumes, huge numbers. But they need venues in the metaverse set up for them. They need custom venues. They need the coding custom. Like, when Marshmallow did it, he needed all these special things and stages set up and designed. And so part of our metaverse is going to be geared towards these venues. And we're already talking to some pretty good sized artists who we can launch in our these venues that will be on the metaverse. So I mean, this is like huge stuff. Really big news that we're dropping on this. But again, this is like a longer term plan. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. Like we're not going to launch our own Las Vegas metaverse in like the next month or two. So if you're a Win metaverse person, like the answer is not anytime soon. So yeah, like I'm just gonna like we can just train our mods like, yep, not anytime soon. If you're here for that only, then like, flip the project. That's fine. That's a long-term play for us, doing the Deez metaverse. Getting a partnership with Sahara, landing these deals, like we're in talks with them. It's huge. The upside potential is massive. Make us a major player. But these things don't happen overnight. They have a lot of legal that we have to get through. There's contracts, negotiations, building out the tech for the metaverse, obviously, and all those kinds of things. So that's that's our new long-term goal. It's massively positive for us. The medium-term goal is we're still rolling out things with the Nemesis. We're still going to be pursuing those kinds of things. Win Metaverse already.
Yeah. Ray's at it already.
Yeah. Doge Pound, yeah, of course we'll be in our Metaverse. So we have a lot of amazing partnerships, that we don't want to exclude anyone. So we want like Doge Pound to have a space. We want like My Pet Hooligan, which we're in talks with, to have a space. We want Your Mom's House to have a space. I mean, it's a good idea when we just came out with this idea, and already I have someone willing to pay our community money to be in it. Like they're literally like, we want in. Here's 50 grand. Build out our club. Like what do we got to do to be in this space? We believe in it. So imagine like where this can go in 6 months when we start like closing deals, and once one big casino lands, once two big casinos land, but like landing more and more is going to be easy. And imagine getting like a small rake of all these major casinos. So super stoked for our long-term goal. Our medium-term goal is still with the metaverse. With Nemesis, and then our short-term goal is what we aren't going to be spilling too much alpha about today, and that's what's coming in February. Because we realize, like, to move this floor, we need hype now. Like, not just in 4 months, not just in a year. We need like hype now. And so this drop in February is off our roadmap. It was never something we promised. It was never something we talked about. But it also will be game-changing for everything. I mean, we got a lot coming, Cookie.
Yeah, there's so much coming. I mean, I don't even know where to begin, other than y'all just gotta wait until the end of the month, and when it hits, you'll understand. And then, of course, your diamond nuts, hanging around for the long-term casinos. It's big, really big.
Yeah, I think when we launch our Deez Metaverse, which like the teams are already starting in on, like I think that will be ridiculous because you look at, I mean, it's really just an open market because like who's Sahara going to go to? You know what I mean? Like they can't go to Sandbox. The majority of metaverses out there don't actually allow gambling. Like it's against their terms of service. So we really don't have much competition. And if once you start landing them, I mean, you'll be the go-to place. I think our long-term goal is just ridiculous.
DJ's like, that's not alpha Cookie. Cookie's the last person that leaks alpha, so don't ever expect me to break down and give out any alpha. I'm the worst at it. I guess I would be the tight.
It's great.
I'm the tight nut. I don't give out too much alpha.
No, your nuts are tight. Planko's nuts are loose. They're flopping all over the place.
Yeah, you can get something out of Planko around like 1-2 a.m. ish. As long as Smokey's not around with the shot collar, you're good. But
yeah, and then Planko's known about Sahara possibly coming on with us, and so Planko's been out there talking about Sarah all the time.
Yeah,
which is really funny because he's been trying to spill alpha, but like no one picked up on it. So you got to give Planko some credit. He played it a little loose, but he never actually spilled anything. So well done to Planko.
McFay said C for Cookie. I ain't never gonna live that down, am I?
Oh no, never do. Cookie, pick any letter between
C.
Oh, look at that! You win your own contest,
right? That's like poker. We got poker coming up Saturday. It's like, I think Cookie should be able to play in poker. I think the poker community's scared that Cookie would tear them up. I think they just don't want Cookie to make them look bad in poker.
I think we run a really cool community where I don't think we'll run it in such a fair way. Like if you win, you win, but if you don't, you don't. I don't think it's fair to our mods if we don't allow them in the competitions. Originally, we started with that because we're like, we don't want people to FUD or get upset, but like our community's better than that. Like I think we don't want to punish our mods, so definitely I think any mod should be able to compete in any of the competitions, including you. We'll keep it real honest and open, but I'm excited for our poker tournament. When's our next one?
This Saturday. It's already been blasted out. Actually, it's in the Discord. Me and Jazz are going to blast it out on Twitter here in a little bit after this AMA to get some more contestants in, and we've already started registering contestants to play. So
amazing.
I think if I decide to play, I think I should be a bounty. That would be kind of fun. Put a bounty on my head.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, you get a special prize if you wipe out Cookie.
Yep. I can figure out something. We'll if I decide to play, we'll put a bounty on my head. Whoever can take me out.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do that. So the plan moving forward is we are going to have 2 poker tournaments a month, I believe.
Yep, anybody can play in the poker also.
Yep.
Just poker's open to anybody.
Yeah, so originally we were keeping these things just for Nut community, but with our utility drop coming, we have a way to reward holders really, really well. So there's no need to keep these giveaways specific for Nuts. So we're adjusting all these tournaments, like our live streams, our poker. We're going to use them instead to, of course, build community environment, but also use to bring in new members. So this will be another lead gen tool that we use to bring people into our community, to raise that floor price. And so we're going to do 2 poker tournaments a month, 2 live stream games a month, and then we're looking at maybe doing like a Call of Duty style tournament once a month for like cash NFT something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think we talked about maybe we should maybe try to get like a poll going in Discord to see what kind of stuff that people like to do. So we kind of hit that whole market of the community.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so if you guys have suggestions on what you'd like to see for a giveaway, a community event, definitely hit us up. Whether it's like Call of Duty or Fall Guys, or maybe not even a game at all. Maybe you want to play bingo or something. I don't know. Whatever, whatever you guys want to do, hit us up. We'll listen to the community. We'll get some events organized for some free giveaways, and then blast that out on Twitter to continue to grow our community. I think would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I think that's kind of like all the alpha I really want to share. I don't really want to talk too much about what's going on in February yet, so we'll save that for the next stream and some of the marketing material coming out. But why don't we hop to a couple questions?
Yeah, I got a couple here we could do. Let's see. Will there be any rewards for active members of Discord that go above and beyond in the community?
Yes. Yes. So one thing is, I guess, a little alpha is like we've already started establishing Cookie, Jazz, and Lele and team have already been establishing a new channel. We're going to be dropping in Discord, and we're inviting. It's hidden right now, but we're going to be inviting like all those loyal people, all the like hardworking, all the people that are like contributing to the community. We're going to be inviting them into this channel, giving them special recognition, kind of organizing some things there. And then we have something else that we're working on that we won't say anything about. So, but we have something cool. Cookie's seeing it. I think Planko doesn't even know about this one. He spilled today so he could make this. The joke, probably. Sorry, Planko. I don't think Planko knows about this one, but we have something special we're working on that really very few people know about. And you've seen it, Cookie.
I've seen it. So I'm brain dead right now, so yeah, I've seen it. I'm trying to remember when I saw it, but I must have saw it, so
you know what this is. This is something custom.
Oh, okay. Now I know. Yeah, I'm not saying nothing.
Pretty cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty big. I'm stoked. I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah. And then basically it's kind of a if you know type of thing, and we're just gonna like leave it at that. And this is going to be a reward system for specifically that question you asked. I don't know who asked that question, but like
that was Wildcat. Is Wildcat in the? I think that was Wildcat. Wildcat has a couple questions. Hopefully he's on this YouTube live still.
Yeah, that one is specifically designed for those people, Wildcat, like that are contributing to the community. But it's you know type of thing, and so we'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, for sure. Another question from Wildcat: do we know if revenue from any of the upcoming games will make it to the nut holders before casino opens?
Yeah. So again, we have the long-term, medium-term, and short-term goals, and part of the short-term thing was how do we add value to nuts now? Because obviously building a casino metaverse and getting giant casinos is a long-term play. So what's the value now? And that's what we're dropping in February. So, yep. In February, there will be new utility that we have never talked about, we never promised, and it will be amazing. So we're always looking out for our nut holders, how to add value, how do we sustain this, how do we add value now? And what we're dropping in February really answers that question on like what the value is we can add now. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, so some of his questions you've already answered about 3D nuts. Do you want to talk about the Christmas nuts? That'll knock out quite a few questions. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's talk about Christmas nuts.
So, any chance they'll be able to mint extra Christmas nuts if we added OG nut sacks after mint? But I don't think we were going to do that. So, I mean, a lot of the questions are we going to burn them? Are we going to put them in the community wallet? What are we going to actually do with the remaining Christmas nuts? Far as after the 15th.
So I guess number one, if you're listening to this and you didn't claim your free Christmas nuts, go claim them, because on the 15th you won't be able to. For those who don't understand, you probably aren't eligible. But basically, is if you held 2 nuts, for every 2 nuts you held when we did our snapshot back in December, you're entitled to 1 free Christmas nut. And there was a surprising number of holders who didn't claim their Christmas nuts, so we're kind of surprised on how many are unclaimed. And that just goes to show how many people aped in on the project and whaled in, believe in it long term, but don't follow it. When we look at these accounts, these are people who hold Doges and JRNYs, and like they hold a lot of different projects, and they believe in them long term, but they don't follow them. So these are people who just aren't going to claim the free Xmas nut. So we were just going to take the excess supply and keep them in the community wallet, but now it's getting to a number which is larger than we want to keep in the community wallet. It just doesn't make sense for the community. So we are definitely going to take a handful for the community wallet. Maybe even like, I don't know, I haven't put exact number. I don't want to put exact number on it. But let's say we take 200. We can use them for giveaways. We can use them for people like Sheldon for marketing, and we can grow our brand with them. That makes sense. So we're going to take quite a few.
I know a lot of people, I would say, I see some questions coming up about that. I know there's been a lot of people talking about their Christmas nuts not showing up on OpenSea. We do have an email out to them. I have probably hit them up 3 times now in regards to this, so it's just kind of a waiting game with OpenSea. We know how it is. We all know how bad it is. And we're still on top of it. I literally did a follow-up email yesterday regarding that. So just hang in there. I mean, I'm on that same list too. So we all have nuts that are not on OpenSea, but they will be there hopefully soon.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted for sure. So. We don't know what we're going to do with the remaining supply after what we take for the community wallet. Some people are like, burn them, keep the supply even tighter for Xmas nuts. But that may not make sense for what we're going to be doing with our Xmas nuts. We kind of planned a certain number in circulation for what we're going to be doing. So we do plan to drop utilities for these in late February, sometime between late February or mid-February and March, somewhere in there. We're going to drop the utility for Xmas nuts. So there is something really, really cool coming for them. And we want to make sure we have enough supply out there. So we're looking at potentially minting some out, we could use the money to fund directly the Metaverse, which might make the most sense for our holders, because that value add would be the biggest. We could just give away some, doing another snapshot. That might be short-sighted, because people will just flip them. And then we would lose out on being able to maybe accelerate the Metaverse growth. But maybe we want to do that. I don't know. So there's still like a ton of discussion. We want to make sure we take the best decision for the community. Whatever can move the community forward the best, it's the decision we're going to make. We always put the community first. But that's balancing short-term, medium-term, long-term. So, we want to make sure we have the best balance on that. We were a little bit surprised what kind of volume we got to deal with. So we didn't have a plan for this. So we're figuring out what the best solution is. I will say, it's going to be a good idea to pick up some Christmas nuts come mid-February. I think that's a good move. We're going to drop, of course, the OG collection is going to skyrocket first as we drop this utility for them, as these influencers push them, as floors get swept. So still great to buy OG nuts now. Late February, it might be smart to pick up Christmas nuts. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to anything I say.
We should act like Planko and put that little NFA at the end of our names.
If I'm being straight up real with our community, like the best plays you can make with nuts are buying nuts now, waiting until mid-February and start stacking up Xmas nuts. You're going to be a very happy camper. But again, I'm biased. Don't listen to me.
All right, we got a couple more questions here. When mobile game be released?
Yeah. So it's really, really close to being done, honestly. We could have had that probably almost out, like, in Apple review at the moment. We made the decision that this utility we're working on is far more important, that we're dropping in February. It will make a far, far larger impact for all holders. So we have postponed finishing that mobile until we drop this huge news. I think, honestly, the team and I talked, and it's probably about, like, 10, 12 days out from being finished. Like, if we put the resources on it for 12 days, I think we can get the mobile app finished and then into Apple review. But it was just like, I think you guys will understand when you see what we're dropping in February. It was a smart move to focus on this utility first, then we'll finish up the mobile app, get that out. So I think we'll have it probably... We'll probably have time to finish it in late February. And get that out in March. But honestly, we just have so much coming. 3D nuts are still coming. Everything on our roadmap is still valid. You know, we said this is what's coming in a 2-month period, and I think we'll hit most of that on top of this massive new stuff we're dropping. So,
all right, I'm just kind of grazing through some of these questions because you've answered a lot of these about the influencers and the marketing.
People are wondering, like, how to draw more attention to the project. I think hopefully we've answered that to everyone.
Yeah.
We just showed, like, the power we have. Like, Sheldon Evans is massive, and, like, the guy's on our AMA. Like, how many AMAs is he on? Like, I showed the screenshots from Journey before. Like, he's like, when you guys want me to push you? I'm like, not yet, man, not yet. Let's drop our utility. Let's make it make sense. So we have plans. We have huge plans to push this community.
So another question is, where is funding coming from for the current and future development? Do we have investors or other nut holders, other than nut holders?
So we don't use any investors for Deez brand. You know, we haven't even come close to burning up the cash supply from our initial mint, like not even a little bit. So I'm already independently fairly well off through my game studio before I even got into NFTs. And so I never wanted to get into NFTs. I mean, I already doxed myself. I'm Michael Roberts, you know, like I'm not hiding. So when I got into this space, I'm like, I want to build long-term communities with, and you guys have seen it with Doge Pound. You guys are seeing it with Deez nuts. So what that meant was, like, we're not here to, like, rug pull. We're not here to just, like, burn the cash and run. So we actually sat on a lot of cash, and we're investing a lot of our own money into these projects. With that said, I will say, Deez nuts make money on royalties through resales. So every time a nut sells, we actually get 6.9%. Or, 6.9%, because it's got to be 6.9. And so that revenue stream actually funds a lot of Deez nuts' ongoing operations. Of course, it doesn't cover all of our costs, but it actually helps offset losses quite a bit. And then we put in our own money, you know, at the start of the project. So, I mean, our cash supplies between those things and then being very, very smart with our investments. I don't just let the Deez nuts money just sit in a bank accumulating 2%. We actually farm it. We actually flip NFTs. So we've actually been really smart stewards with the money, and we've actually grown our cash supplies since mint. So these nuts are growing without even touching any of that. Not to mention, we do plan to get investors. We have people who are literally sitting and offering us $25 million to build out our metaverse. So we probably will take on partners when it comes to doing the metaverse at some point when it makes the most sense. And we are organizing those kinds of things.
Cool. Let's see here. Is the Vegas style conference going to kick off this year?
Yeah, I hope so. So for those who are new or don't know, you can see Rob's face sipping coffee, the longest sip of coffee on that YouTube channel ever. But Rob, he's one of our influencers on a show that's called That's So Meta. And that's our very own show that Deez Nuts produces. It'll be all kind of more clear when we rebrand and launch the new website. We have a section that we're calling Why Deez. And it's helping make things a little bit more like straightforward for people. So there's going to be specific things for holding a Deez nuts, but we are going to have other drops. We are going to have other products, but we want everyone to benefit from across the Deez brand. And so our show, That's So Meta, Deez actually is behind that. We produce that. We own the show, and that will be able to produce new income streams for us, new eyes. And another part of this is launching our own Vegas NFT conference. And we're actually in partnerships with my partner, John Lemon, over at the Doge Pound. We are looking at ways to launch our own NFT conference in Vegas this year. Of course, Deez Nuts holders will get benefits from that. They will have special opportunities to that. And we are still shooting for that. But to be totally transparent, I've never organized a show before personally, so we are partnering with people to help us pull that off. But like, I can't promise the time frames because I'm just inexperienced on launching such a large show. We do know it will be the future. Doing a South by Southwest NFT Metaverse style show is huge potential. So we do want to do it. We do want it to be under like the Deez brand, but I don't know when exactly.
All right, so I know this is a question that a lot of community members have asked about, and that's about official merch and higher quality images of OG nuts.
Yeah, so I guess I can leak a little bit about alpha now. I wasn't going to, but we have a marketing video dropping, I think, next week. So the nuts are in their sleeping pod on the way to the moon. When the nuts come out of their sleeping pods here soon, they're going to have a new photo ID scan done, and we're going to be dropping HD photos and upgrading everybody's photos on OpenSea. So everyone's going to get a higher res photo for the profile picture on OpenSea. We'll also, on our new website, you'll be able to download the super high res one as well. So that is coming for sure to nut holders in February, or before February maybe even. The merch shop, I think we've talked about this before. We are working on a merch shop. We will be dropping that soon. The shop itself, I think, is fairly well built out. We just got to do the designs for the merch and stuff. So I hope to have that completely wrapped up and out to everyone in February. So we'll have a Deez Nuts merch line.
All right, so it looks like some of these questions we've already answered. Any word on when we may see Deez Nuts on the NBA shoes?
Yeah. So, Players Only promised us to put our nuts on shoes depending on how many sales we push for them. It was kind of the agreement, hey, if we feature the product on our community, then we can get our nuts and shoes. And I have a really great relationship with the guys over at Players Only because we actually did the contract for them. My team, the Deez team, actually did the art for Players Only, if people didn't know that. Deez team is behind a lot of stuff. So we just need to reach out to them, coordinate the best time. We've kind of been shelving that a little bit because we want to get all the utility out. So when we are in the NBA with Deez Nuts and our Deez Nuts are on NBA players' shoes, we get the best publicity possible with that. And I kind of wanted a higher floor price, and I kind of wanted this utility drop out. So we still are moving forward with that. And I will say, the NBA is not all we're doing. We have Plinko actually knows this alpha, and I'm not going to share it today, but we have some huge once in a lifetime opportunities coming up for Deez holders. So we'll be sharing that probably late February. I kind of want the focus on all this great utility we're dropping, and then when we get all these new community members involved, I want to share this new alpha of and check also all these other things out that we're offering. So I'm really excited.
I just thought I would chime in on the ridiculous gas right now. 1,918 GUI. Holy! I've never seen gas that high. Oh my god!
That's bad.
That is insane. Sorry,
it's a bummer too. A lot of people are buying nuts on this AMA, which is kind of crazy. I think we sold 20 plus nuts just on this AMA.
I think I saw something like that. Yeah.
7 nuts.
I think there was one more question in there, and then maybe we can field just a couple from YouTube, and then I think you have one more announcement for
Gas to the moon.
gas to the moon.
Yeah, gas is mooning for sure.
I think it was. This is back to the kind of the roles you had talked about earlier, but if there was going to be a way to earn a higher level of your role.
Oh yeah, that's
Like-
an awesome question. Yeah, like you don't want to be a pH balance tester and cleaning the pee out of the fountain, and you want like a different role for your nut.
Yep.
So again, I can't talk too much because that's what we're going to be sharing over the next few weeks. We have like a marketing strategy for that. Yeah, so we are going to have a method for people to move their nuts up tiers and move their rarity up. So we'll share more details on that. So yeah, absolutely, we have something really cool and unique planned for that. I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, I've been talking to like some influencers and stuff about what we got going on, and like, really, some of the things we're gonna be bringing to the table just have not been seen. I mean, some of it, sure, like some of it's like really cool, and like people have seen it, and other people are doing it, and those projects are doing really well. But like, we're going above and beyond with some of the things we're gonna be dropping that like no project's really doing. So it's pretty cool.
I just want to answer this question in the YouTube chat. Yeah, we've been taking questions. GJ Corey was saying, asking if we were taking questions from there, and yeah, we've been bouncing back and forth from a list and also the chat on questions. So just to clear that up, that was the last one from my actual list. So we have. Let me see what's going on in the nut house. Just gas.
Mutated
Gas.
nuts.
What's that? Mutated nuts. He's sick. Blue balls. Yeah. Instead of well, we got what, brass nuts for a roll, but that's funny.
ETH network. Yeah, ETH network kind of sucks. So we'll share some details. I mean, the advantage of ETH is obviously there's a bigger marketplace. So if you're on IMX, even if we like increase the floor for you guys and do this great value add, when you want to exit out of the project, it's very difficult. There's no volume there. So that's why ETH like traps everyone, right? Like OpenSea and ETH, like you can be a Bored Ape Yacht Club and you can go up to an 80 ETH floor on nuts, and there's still a market you can sell them. But that's not necessarily true on some of these other projects. So staying on ETH, we're kind of trapped there for the main project. But there are some things we are working on for people that may involve some other things. I don't know. That's all I can say, I guess.
Let's see here.
So someone asked that. I've been asking about Alex Becker.
Becker, yeah.
Yeah. So like, we have a good relationship there. Like John Lemon and myself, we've texted Alex Becker and Elio Trades. They've been big supporters of our projects in the early days. Right now, it's like really difficult because they're so focused on their own project they're not shilling much these days. You know what I mean? So our times are coming. There will be a time when like we can do more partnerships and stuff with them, but they're in like their launch phase still. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna like deviate from that. So probably nobody's gonna be getting Alex Becker shills at the moment. Like he's focused on his own thing. So doesn't mean we won't work on it. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. If anyone's gonna happen, it could happen to us. I mean, like we helped with the art for Neo Tokyo. So Deez team, Doge Pound and Deez team are behind that. So it could still happen. It just probably, to be realistic, it probably will.
I know this has been a hot topic the past 24 hours. I don't know, Papa, if you have seen this, but the Looks Rare platform, I guess it's it's kind of like a new OpenSea. It's called Looks Rare.
Yeah, and if we get verified on it, I think you can earn
earn for selling nuts on it.
Yeah, I think we have to sell a certain amount. I think Explorer has a good background of not. I shouldn't say background. He's done a lot of research on it in the past 24 hours. So
Yeah, he was one of the first ones that made me like really aware of it, and pushed it. So yeah, we will look into it. To be honest, we'll probably be just like a little slow because we have so much big things dropping. Like my time is like Cookie can barely get a hold of me. Like,
that's an understatement. That's for sure.
I'm like, bro, it's 6 hours of phone calls a day, and then I actually have to try to get work done after that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's a good advantage for the nuts, we'll definitely move forward on that. But and I am supposed to talk to actually Explore about it more. I've probably been ignoring him for a little bit too, just because I'm so busy. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be really, really cool.
Cool. And then I just wanted to bring up about the new additions to the Discord far as the events channels. So if y'all haven't noticed, Lele and Jazz have made kind of a little better event where you could click on it and it'll give you a notification. So I definitely want to give a shout out to them. They worked hard to get those events out for me, for us, for everybody. So you'll see a lot of our events now popping up there, and then of course on Twitter.
Awesome. Yeah. And we removed a couple channels. I think there was a couple people that were annoyed that a couple channels were removed or games or whatnot. But I think it'll be clear, guys. Like, we had to reorganize Discord. We had to kind of like lay the groundwork for getting a lot more people into our Discord. Because as we start getting more and more eyes, like, we need like the focus on our new utility that's going to be dropping. Like, that's what we're going to be about. So we just like needed to kind of like focus eyeballs a little bit in preparation for, like, you know, Sheldon to tweet at us and Journey to tweet at us and all these new people flood our Discord. Like, we had to get rid of some of kind of like the garbage that doesn't keep the eyes where we need it. The new eyes anyway. So yeah, there's some changes for sure, but overall these are all like organizational changes to help like the flow of new users.
All right.
You guys did great. Like Lele, Jazz, and you, Cookie. Like, you guys did a lot of work. Like, I think our new like look and feel in Discord's great.
Yeah, I actually had to reteach myself where everything was at. It's almost like, you know, natural when you've been on Discord for so long where things are at, and it's like, dang, I just went into the wrong channel.
Yeah. Someone asked when animated weekly show. Yeah, I guess I can actually talk about that. It's a good quick thing to talk about. We are dropping our episode this week. Our animated show we're dropping this week. It's super funny. It's super cool. It's super high quality. Kinestia did it. She's one of our influencers, million subs. She's behind the production of that. One of our partners for Deez Nuts. Sorry, DJ. It wasn't garbage. It just isn't what we want. It'll be garbage compared to what we're doing, but it was still cool. But yeah, the animated show is dropping. So the animation quality is so high that it's actually taking us a little bit longer to do an episode than we had planned. So we're actually going to be changing the focus a little bit, and we're going to be turning the animated show into some of like Jingle Nuts raps. So we have like I don't know if you've seen this, but like Bored Ape Yacht BAYC's 9797. If you look him up on YouTube, he did a rap album or a song, and it got like 2 million views in less than a month. And actually, I know the guy behind that. I know the team behind that. We're very, very close with them. And it was like a really cool idea. And so we're going to be doing things like that because we have Jingle Nuts. His raps are insane for the community and Deez Nuts. And so we're actually looking at maybe doing some animated like raps to call out other communities like Bored Apes, Your Mom's House, Fluff World, My Pet Hooligan, like these bigger communities, and like do these raps with them, include Deez Nuts, make it a Deez Nuts rap, make it really, really sick, and use it as like a lead gen tool to like bring in tons of new people into our community, and like feature nuts, like some of our loyal holders and stuff, like feature their nuts in the video, like talk about them. I think it'd be like a really cool way to honor the community and bring in like tons of new views.
Awesome. All right, so not bad. That was we still held strong. We still got 150 viewers.
A lot of people are still wanting Call of Duty tournament. You see that?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. I think we should set one up.
Yeah, 3D Nuts are coming in February. Yeah, I mean, last I checked the spreadsheet on like how many are finished, I think we're at like 85%, 90% of 3D Nuts are done, except for like the bodies. I'm sorry, not the bodies, the pants and the shoes. So like all of our traits that are in 2D traits are now like basically done. 90% of them are done. So we just have to go through and add in like pants and shoes. And then the 3D Nuts are done. So I think February or late January, February, maybe middle of February. Maybe we wait to drop them for some cool news content to our new users. Like, so middle of February might be cool.
OG channel coming soon, Kirsch. Ray, to answer your question, I will reach out. I do know that you were a 3D contestant winner, so I will follow up to see where they're at on your 3D nut.
Yeah, I think we might have it done, to be honest. That might be my bad. Let's hit up Lexi and get it over to him, and we can like put it on Twitter and stuff too. I think that'd be cool.
Cool. I guess.
Yeah. We have an OG channel coming. We have like a special channel coming. We'll hook you up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's in the works right now.
Yeah, I think it's already there. We have it hit.
Yeah, it's hidden right now.
Then
Need new music. Yeah, we're gonna get some new music going. We'll get jingles on some new stuff.
Yeah, some hot stuff too. A couple people asked, like, they said they'd missed the name Deez Nuts and all this. So just like to make it clear, like, we are rebranding the website Deez. We're rebranding Twitter Deez. We're rebranding Discord Deez. But our collection is still Deez Nuts, and we still are going to have like a space for Deez Nuts. And so like we're still going to be Deez Nuts. We're still going to be Deez Nuts on like the gifts. We're still going to have that collection name. Like, we're still like Deez Nuts are still part of the Deez brand. Just Deez is like the mother brand now. So like all the products are going to fit under Deez, and that just makes us a little bit more professional. Even like when we go to do our own app on the App Store, like I got rejected on Apple because they didn't like the name Deez Nuts. So it's just like a constant problem for people to take us serious. Like, I'm like, hey, yeah, man, like, we gave money to charity, like, we got the coolest community, and, like, our name's Deez Nuts, and they're like, what? So, yeah, like, exactly, you can put Deez in front of anything. So, Deez Nuts are still, like, our core IP, it's still, like, a killer community. We're just going to be, like, Deez is our, like, mother company, and all of our other products are going to be under Deez, so, like, when we do other drops, it's going to be called Deez, blank, so, yeah. So don't be sad we're getting rid of it. We're not getting rid of it.
So, Far From Typical said he just wants clarification that the casino will not be on Nemesis, but rather built in our own metaverse.
I mean, we still may do. I mean, we still are invested in the Nemesis. We still are having a space that will be released, I hope, in February. They were supposed to have it done in January, but I think through the holidays and some COVID cases and stuff, they're running a little bit behind. But yeah, we still are doing stuff with the Nemesis. So if you invested in the Nemesis, you're still going to get value. We're still going to have a space there. We may even still do like a Nutsino there. I'm not saying no to that. It's just that's our medium-term goal. It's not our long-term goal anymore. Our long-term goal is our own ecosystem, hands down. Then we can control it. We could have our own token on it. We could have, we can make gambling legal on it. We can do whatever we want, and I think that just makes the most sense. And positioned with how big we are in the community, I mean, I know Deez Nuts isn't the biggest NFT in the community, but when you combined Deez Nuts, you combined Doge Pound, you combined our partner projects we've worked on, we're one of the larger NFT providers in the entire space.
So like when I reach out to Sahara, I don't have to say I'm like with just these nuts. I'm like, yeah, we did $60 million with JRNY's drop in 3 days. Like that thing sold 10,000 Ethereum in 3 days. Like we're with the Doge Pound that's traded 26,000 Ethereum. Like we're huge, we're massive. So it just makes sense to leverage that for our Deez community and like do something really big.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, 3D poker chips. Yes. Yep. 3D poker chips. Something's coming to the effect of 3D poker chips in when we drop our new utility. So something like that will be there. It will be a little bit different than we originally talked about because our new utility completely changes a lot. So stay tuned for it. But everything I had previously said about 3D poker chips is kind of out the window. That's probably one of the first things on our roadmap that's kind of changing. We are doing a 3D poker chip, but it's just I can't talk too much. It's a little bit too alpha. So something is there. We try to never like remove something that we promised. So we still are doing something, but you'll see. It'll be made clear. In the end, like we're over delivering on our promise. So I think everyone will be like super happy.
Cool. Do you want to maybe talk about the mod?
Yeah. Are they around?
I don't know if they're around. Let me take a look here.
Wait, is Wildcat out there? And
he was out there earlier. Let me see. He's under.
Wildcat.
He's not under Wildcat. He's under McFay. McFay with the pink hat.
Where's paging Wildcat? Where's Wildcat? Paging Wildcat.
Paging Wildcat. You have a little bit of time to step up to the plate.
Rosie, that will be specifically revealed this month. So, yeah, that will be revealed specifically this month about specific rarities, rarity cutoffs, specific advantages, all those kinds of things. That's going to happen. You bet. Yeah. Sorry, we just can't. We got to be a little careful in how we reveal things. I mean, obviously, we want to like give our nut family, like as much alpha as we can, but at the same time, if we just spill the beans too easily, it ruins our influencer marketing. It ruins like the FOMO from outsiders. So like we're really trying to do this as a staged drop to really like make the biggest impact to raise our floor possible. So everyone who's holding benefits the most. All I can say is like ape in now before things get too crazy. That's all I can say.
All right, so Wildcat's in there now, but he has to leave. So Wildcat, go ahead, Wildcat. Papa. Yeah, he says I'm here, but I have to leave. But
okay, well, Wildcat, long as you're here just for 1 minute, we just want to say a huge shout out and thank you to Wildcat. We have so many great members of our community. Like I could go on and on about all the people who help this community and contribute to this community. But Wildcat, like especially, we want to promote you to being a mod into our community. We want to get you hooked up. We're going to get you hooked up with a free nut. We want to get you upgraded to a mod position inside our community. We just want to say thank you for everything you've done from day one to now. You've been like one of the core founding team members who've just like been pumping up our community. And this goes to everyone. Like if you feel like you've been contributing a lot, like your time's coming. We appreciate everybody who's giving in. But this today was Wildcat's was time to shine, and we just want to say a big shout out and a thank you and congratulations to Wildcat for becoming our newest mod. Thank you guys. Like we wouldn't be anywhere. This community wouldn't be anywhere without all of you. The reason we work so hard is because of you guys. So we really do mean that. I think our NFT community is different than any other NFT community out there. We may not be the biggest, but I think we are like the biggest family out there, period. There is no community that's a bigger family than ours. So just like a big shout out to everyone. Let's maintain that positivity. Let's maintain that close-knit family, and let's moon together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of everybody. I mean, the community alone. I mean, we have stuff. We have something lined up, and we're working on it. So definitely congrats, Wildcat, and thank you, everybody that's put in the time and the help. I know myself hasn't been too much in there in Discord. I try to get in there as much as possible, but like Papa Nut said, there's a lot going on for this month. So
yeah, you are nonstop talking to influencers these days. You don't get to be in the community quite as much because it's like nonstop setting up meetings these days.
yeah.
Cookie talks to like 100 influencers a day now.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't even have time to even make a GIF. I get a GIF. If I can get 30 minutes, I'll drop a GIF here and there, but it's just nonstop.
Nonstop.
Yeah, it was already brought up. That's why less GIFs. I know. I need to think of somebody I could pass that throne down to, huh?
Yeah, we need to kind of pass the gift torch to somebody. I think we should keep an eye out, see who wants it, and like keep an eye out because your time is just like I've sucked up all your time when you joined the team full time.
So officially, Wildcat is a mod. He should be able to see his pretty little yellow name now in the group. I've already upgraded him to mod position. So Wildcat, you are officially a mod, and congratulations.
Hey, you know what the bad thing about this AMA is? The one bad thing?
What's that?
Well, the nut price keeps going up. Do you know, like, how much more this is going to cost me to buy the nuts I wanted to buy?
I was just thinking that right at the end that I haven't had a chance to see. I know it's going crazy, and before this AMA started, I was gonna pick up a nut that was on the floor, but I'm willing to 100% bet it's gone by now.
Yeah.
But
I'm still gonna ape in. I'm still gonna buy so many nuts because, like, even just like guys, like, you got to put this into perspective. Like, we're the same team behind Doge Pound, right? Like when I launched Doge Pound with John Lemon, like you could buy one for like 0.07, and now it's 2 ETH. Like, so I don't really care for me personally. I'm going to buy at 0.25. I'm going to buy at 0.5. I'm going to buy at 0.69. I'll buy at 1 ETH. Like, I don't care. But, yeah, you guys are killing me. I would have got, like, some amazing deals. But that's fine. I'll still ape in. I'm still going to give you guys some time before I pull the trigger. Like, but, man, that price is just skyrocketing.
what is our floor at right now?
0.18.
Oh,
yeah.
It went up 2 point. What were we at? 0.16. Were we at 0.16 when we started?
And now we're like 3 away or so from 0.19. So, not that far off from 0.2. And what's funny is, like, this is all happening without Sheldon tweeting us, without Journey tweeting us, without Doge pushing us, without Digital Asset News pushing us, without. Oh, you know who? Should I tell them yet another person who's on board to help us, support us? Should I say one more?
Well, I would give him one more. Let's give him one more.
Should we give you guys one more? We have another influencer. I don't know. I don't think. I think they're all going to bed now. Yeah, we should. I don't know. Next, yeah, 0.25 is the next real resistance, but my sweep alone will get us to 0.25, and then when we push influencers, they'll just eat that up for us. Yeah. Okay. So guys. Okay. They do want it. Okay. So I was gonna wait to announce this one until it's like super official and like totally on board, but I mean it's pretty much on board. So the influencer called Just Myco, you can look him up on TikTok. 53 million followers on TikTok. Just Myco Gaming. He has a second channel on YouTube, 700,000. So Just Myco, he's actually looking to get into NFTs. He loves NFTs. He's a nut holder. He's part of the nut family. We are actually looking at helping Just Myco on his project. He has an amazing project he's going to be doing. We're going to definitely be shilling that for him because, I mean, he's huge and he's a cool dude. He's actually the one that put me in touch with Sheldon Evans. He's good friends with Sheldon Evans. He put me in touch directly with him, and that's how that whole relationship came. So Just Michael isn't like 100% on board. Like he's not saying, yeah, I'm going to shill you guys on this day. So like, I didn't want to quite announce it, but yeah, I mean, we have a great partnership together. We want to do some cool things together with our NFT and his NFT. So just imagine, just Maiko, 53 million followers. Like
Crazy. That's just insane.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, he's a Doge Pound holder. He's a Deez Nuts holder. He's a fan of ours. We're looking ways to collab. Yeah, just Maiko. How do I spell? I don't know. That's a good question. But let me just find it real quick. Maiko TikTok. I'll only link you guys. Let me link you. He's the coolest guy too. He's like so cool. The humblest guy. You wouldn't think he'd be humble with how big he is, but super cool dude. Down to earth.
This was a good point just posted by Explorer. Let's definitely keep in mind not to harass or spam any of the influencers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, you'll chase them away. These guys are busy. And there too. And he also has a gaming channel. He's like the TikTok you don't stop. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's like freaking a legend. He's got 2 different channels. So I'm excited for him to dip into NFTs. I think he'll be hyper successful. I'll try to secure some whitelist spots for nut holders, as well as like looking to do long-term partnerships with his project for nuts to bring nuts up. I'm not saying he's going to go push us on TikTok to 100 million people, but that's not out of the question. And we are looking for great ways to do partnership. But let's not spam him yet. Let's wait till that partnership's fully formed. Let's figure out the best way to make sure it helps us all. But
100%.
yeah, it's been like a huge month of getting influencers on supporting these nuts. So especially if they don't. Yeah, exactly, DJ. They didn't like. I didn't say, hey, can I go spam your name on an AMA tonight? I mean, they're not going to be pissed, but definitely was like some alpha that's just for you guys. For sure. We're gonna have to be more and more careful as we start getting more people in our community, because like everyone in our community now is like the coolest person ever. But as we start like reaching mass appeal, we're gonna get a lot of like Wind Moon people that will FUD and stuff. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful in the future. But for now, like I trust all of our community. Our community's amazing. So you guys get a little extra alpha before things go too crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Planko,
Well, I gotta get going. I gotta my other meetings. This is running long.
Yep.
So it was awesome AMA. Thanks for hosting it, Cookie, and thanks for everyone like being out here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great AMA, and definitely want to thank your mom's house for coming in. And unfortunately, we didn't get That's So Meta, but we'll get him on the next one.
Yep.
And everybody have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in Discord.
Yeah. Big shout out to your mom's house. I'm excited. We're gonna drop more news on that this weekend about our collab with them. They'll have a great project. I'm excited for what we can do for them, what they can do for the nuts. It'll be just like a great community helping each other. I'm stoked for it. Yeah, thanks everyone. Appreciate you all. And we'll be dropping some big bombs from between now and our February drop.
Definitely. All right, guys.
All right. See you
Later.
guys. Later.